Have you ever wondered if the simple breakfast you've eaten for years might secretly be doing more harm than good, especially after the age of 60? If you're feeling more sluggish in the mornings, struggling with sudden spikes in blood pressure, or noticing that old aches and pains are getting worse, it might be time to take a closer look at your plate. In this video, we're going to uncover 3 common breakfast foods that most seniors eat without a second thought. Foods that could be silently raising your blood pressure, straining your kidneys, and making it harder to keep your mind sharp. By the end, you'll know exactly how to swap these hidden health hazards for quick, easy, and delicious alternatives that can help you feel more energized, think more clearly, and protect your long-term well-being. Watch through to the end, because these small but powerful changes could transform not just your mornings, but the quality of your entire day, now and for years to come. If you are not subscribed, I recommend subscribing and activating the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support means a lot to me, and if you enjoyed this video, you can help me continue spreading the valuable lessons by liking and sharing it. 1. Processed foods. In today's fast-paced, convenience-driven world, processed foods have become an unavoidable part of our daily routines, especially at breakfast. For many older adults, the ease and speed of grabbing a packet of instant oatmeal, a frozen waffle, or a box of sugary cereal feels like the perfect solution to the morning rush. These processed options promise simplicity and speed, but what they don't offer is a long-term investment in your health. What seems like an innocent habit can be a slow and insidious threat, silently undermining your well-being. Take Robert, a 72-year-old man, whose mornings used to be filled with the ease of tearing open an instant oatmeal packet and enjoying pre-packaged pastries with his coffee. "It was just so easy and quick," Robert says, a hint of regret in his voice. "I never thought twice about it. But then, my doctor showed me the terrifying reality of my blood pressure numbers." Like so many seniors, Robert had no idea that his quick, seemingly harmless breakfast choices were taking a serious toll on his body. What once felt like a simple solution to a busy life turned out to be a major contributor to his declining health. Why exactly are these processed breakfast foods so detrimental to older adults? Dr. Williams, a respected expert in senior nutrition, provides an eye-opening explanation that every senior should hear. Processed foods are typically packed with excessive amounts of salt, harmful preservatives, and hidden sugars, he says. These ingredients aren't just bad for your health in general. They become particularly harmful as you age. Your body becomes more sensitive to these substances after 60. What might not have bothered you when you were younger can have devastating effects on your health now. It's a bitter truth that many don't realize until it's too late. Now, let's take a closer look at what's actually inside these breakfast foods. That humble instant oatmeal packet, which may seem like a healthy choice at first glance, contains a shocking amount of salt, around 200 milligrams in just one serving. For a meal that's supposed to be nourishing, that's an alarmingly high level of sodium, especially when you consider that the recommended daily intake of sodium for older adults is already being pushed to the limit with just this one meal. For seniors already dealing with high blood pressure or heart conditions, that extra salt can be a silent killer. It can elevate blood pressure to dangerous levels, contributing to cardiovascular stress and increasing the risk of heart disease or even stroke. But it doesn't stop there. Those seemingly innocent frozen waffles? They're loaded with preservatives, chemicals designed to extend shelf life but also to create long-term damage in the body. These preservatives not only wreak havoc on your digestive system, causing bloating, gas, and discomfort, but they can also trigger joint pain, making the aging process even more painful. Many seniors don't realize that after the age of 60, their kidneys lose some of their ability to efficiently process and excrete excess salt from the body. This makes it even more difficult for the body to handle salty foods, placing undue strain on vital organs and increasing the risk of kidney damage. And then there's the hidden sugar. Many packaged breakfasts are laced with sugars that are not immediately obvious. These sugars not only contribute to weight gain and increased fat accumulation, but they can also spike blood sugar levels, causing insulin resistance, and increasing the likelihood of developing type 2 diabetes, a disease that disproportionately affects older adults. The sugar can fuel inflammation throughout the body, making existing health issues, like arthritis or hypertension, worse and more difficult to manage. For seniors, the combination of too much salt, too many preservatives, and too much sugar can set off a vicious cycle that leads to worsening health. Once the body becomes overloaded with these harmful substances, it becomes more difficult to reverse the damage. Many seniors are unaware of just how fragile their health can be after 60. They may think that the aches, pains and sluggishness they experience are simply part of getting older. But in many cases, these symptoms are a direct result of poor dietary choices, like those made at breakfast. In truth, the processed breakfast foods that are so readily available might be doing more harm than good. They offer short-term convenience, but the long-term effects could be much more costly. It's time for seniors to take a step back and reassess their morning routines. Replacing processed foods with fresh, whole ingredients, like whole grains, fruits, and vegetables, could be the key to not only feeling better but potentially adding years of vitality to their lives. Now, for some truly uplifting news. You can still enjoy a quick, hassle-free breakfast without having to rely on heavily processed foods. It's easier than you think to nourish your body with wholesome, delicious options that leave you feeling energized and satisfied. Rather than grabbing instant oatmeal packets, consider preparing regular oats the night before, allowing them to soak in all their natural goodness. Instead of reaching for sugary cereals that leave you with a sugar crash, why not opt for a refreshing bowl of fresh fruit paired with creamy, plain yogurt? Even something as simple as a piece of whole grain toast, topped with rich, buttery mashed avocado, is a nourishing choice that beats processed options hands down. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 1 below to let me know that you are still here with me. Just ask Joan, a vibrant 65-year-old woman who's living proof that healthy eating can be simple, convenient, and rewarding. I always thought a healthy breakfast meant slaving over a hot stove for hours, she confesses. But now, I prepare my overnight oats every Sunday for the whole week. In the morning, I just add fresh berries and crunchy nuts. It's incredibly easy, and it's made a world of difference. The results speak for themselves. After just 6 months of this simple, nourishing habit, Joan's blood pressure has improved significantly, and she now feels an abundance of energy that carries her through the entire day. What about convenience, though? It's a common concern, especially among seniors who worry that moving away from processed foods might mean spending endless hours in the kitchen. Take Mary, 68, for example. She had the same reservations. I live alone, and I don't want to spend all day cooking big meals, she says. But Mary's solution is both practical and empowering. She makes a batch of plain oatmeal at the start of each week, keeps hard-boiled eggs ready in the fridge, and stocks up on fresh fruit that requires little to no preparation. With plain yogurt and nuts readily available in her pantry for a quick protein boost, she's able to whip up a wholesome breakfast in mere minutes. Now I can put together a healthy meal without any stress, and the best part is, I feel so much better, physically and mentally. Dr. Williams offers some valuable advice, particularly for those who are still on the fence. Planning is key, he says. Spending just 30 minutes on a Sunday to prepare can set you up for healthy breakfasts all week long. His simple yet powerful message is clear. You don't need to sacrifice time or effort to nourish your body. By making a few thoughtful, proactive choices, you can take charge of your health and feel your very best every day. 2. Foods high in refined sugar. Let's talk about the second hidden danger lurking in many seniors' breakfasts: foods packed with refined sugar. At first glance, you might think that having something sweet in the morning is just a little indulgence, a small joy to start the day. Maybe it's a piece of toast with jam, a sugary yogurt parfait, or a cup of juice to refresh you after a long night's sleep. It seems innocent enough, doesn't it? But for adults over 60, these seemingly harmless choices could be laying the foundation for serious health complications that can drastically impact the quality of life. The harsh truth is that these sweet treats, once a small indulgence, can turn into a ticking time bomb. Linda, who is now 70, learned this the hard way. With a deep sigh, she recalls, I honestly thought my morning routine was healthy. I'd have a glass of freshly squeezed orange juice, a cup of sweetened yogurt, and a fruit Danish. It felt balanced. It felt like a wholesome start to my day. But the reality, she soon learned, was far more troubling. It wasn't until a routine checkup when her doctor delivered the jarring diagnosis of type 2 diabetes that Linda came face to face with the staggering amount of sugar she had been unknowingly consuming every single morning. It was a moment of deep shock and regret. How could something so simple have been harming me so much? She often wonders now, reflecting on those days with disbelief. Dr. Williams, a renowned expert in the field of geriatric health, has spent years explaining to his patients why sugar becomes such a formidable threat after the age of 60. As we age, he explains with a calm but serious tone, the body's natural ability to process sugar gradually diminishes. Our organs, particularly the pancreas, become less efficient at regulating blood sugar levels. This means that the same sugary breakfast that might have been manageable in your younger years can now cause far more severe spikes in blood sugar. That innocent-looking bowl of cereal, the juice that seemed refreshing, or the sweetened yogurt that once felt like a small indulgence, could be sending your blood sugar into a dangerous tailspin. For seniors, these sugar spikes can be not just uncomfortable, but dangerous, paving the way for conditions like diabetes, heart disease, and other metabolic disorders. To illustrate the scale of the problem, Dr. Williams often shows his patients a jaw-dropping visual demonstration. He reveals that a typical healthy sweet breakfast, one that seems to be low in calories and filled with nutritious ingredients, can contain more sugar than 4 candy bars combined. Yes, you heard that right. More sugar than 4 candy bars. This revelation shocks his patients, who had no idea that something as seemingly benign as a fruit Danish or a glass of juice could be wreaking havoc on their health. The body's response to this sugar is quick and dramatic. Within moments of consuming a sugar-laden breakfast, blood sugar levels shoot up like a rocket. Your pancreas, still working diligently, is forced to churn out massive amounts of insulin to try to handle the onslaught. But here's the problem. After the age of 60, your pancreas isn't nearly as efficient as it once was. It's not able to produce enough insulin to keep up with the surge. This leaves your body scrambling to find a balance, placing enormous strain on your metabolic system. The consequences of this strain are far-reaching. High blood sugar, if not controlled, can cause long-term damage to the heart, kidneys, eyes, and even the nerves. For seniors, this isn't just a minor inconvenience. It's a serious health threat that can drastically reduce life quality, leading to chronic conditions that are both difficult and expensive to manage. The effects can even go beyond the physical. Many seniors find themselves feeling exhausted, irritable, and mentally foggy, all because their bodies are overwhelmed by a breakfast that seemed, at first, like a harmless delight. Linda, who had spent years unknowingly setting herself up for this health crisis, now makes sure to carefully choose her breakfast. "I've had to completely change how I view food," she says, her voice tinged with a mix of regret and resolve. "It was heartbreaking to realize that I had been poisoning myself without even knowing it. But now, I've learned. I can make better choices. I have to, for my health, for my future." Linda's story is a powerful reminder of how easy it is to fall into the trap of sugary convenience, and how important it is to become more mindful of what we put into our bodies, especially as we age. Every meal counts, and for those over 60, breakfast, often the most overlooked meal of the day, can make or break your health. But there is a shining beacon of hope, a path forward where you can still savor a deeply fulfilling and nourishing breakfast without succumbing to the seductive allure of refined sugars. The key lies in making conscious, mindful choices, opting for foods that offer the natural sweetness your taste buds crave, while also packing in essential nutrients like fiber, protein, and healthy fats. These nutrients do far more than just satisfy hunger. They work in harmony to slow down the absorption of sugar into your bloodstream, ensuring that your blood sugar levels remain steady, balanced, and within a healthy range. This prevents the unsettling roller coaster of energy spikes and crashes that are often caused by refined sugars, which can leave you feeling drained, irritable, and sluggish before your day even begins. Take Tom, for example, an inspiring 68-year-old who made a life-changing switch just 3 months ago. Reflecting on his previous breakfast routine, he admits, "I used to eat sweetened instant oatmeal with dried fruit every single morning. It was quick, easy, and I thought, a healthy choice. But I didn't realize the toll it was taking on my energy levels. Now, I've embraced a completely new approach. Plain Greek yogurt topped with fresh, vibrant berries and a sprinkle of cinnamon. The berries provide that burst of natural sweetness I long for, but without the mid-morning energy crash that used to hit me like a ton of bricks. I feel energized, focused, and refreshed all morning long, without the ups and downs that come from processed sugars." Tom's transformation isn't just anecdotal. It's a testament to the power of simple, sustainable changes. Dr. Williams, a leading expert in the field, shares some practical and straightforward tips on how to identify hidden sugars lurking in your breakfast foods. One of the most telling signs is words ending in "ose" on food labels. Terms like fructose, glucose, and dextrose. These are all different forms of sugar, each of which can have a profound impact on your body's ability to regulate blood sugar. But that's not all. Beware of ingredients like syrups, honey, and fruit juice concentrates, which may sound wholesome and natural at first glance, but are processed sweeteners that have the same effect on your blood sugar as refined sugar. They might give the illusion of being healthier alternatives, but their impact on your body is virtually identical to that of white sugar, setting you up for blood sugar instability and the subsequent energy crashes that follow. What about artificial sweeteners? You may wonder. Are they a safe alternative? Dr. Williams strongly advises against them. Despite being marketed as sugar substitutes, recent research has shown that artificial sweeteners can still significantly affect your blood sugar levels. Even more concerning, these sweeteners might disrupt your body's natural ability to process real sugars, leading to further imbalances down the line. For many seniors, artificial sweeteners also lead to uncomfortable digestive issues, such as bloating and gas, which only add to the frustration of trying to maintain a healthy, balanced diet. In light of these concerns, Dr. Williams recommends turning to natural alternatives to add sweetness to your breakfast without sacrificing your health. Cinnamon, for example, is a wonderful and versatile option. Not only does it impart a warm, comforting sweetness to your food, but it also provides additional health benefits, such as helping to regulate blood sugar levels. Fresh fruits, such as berries, apples, and bananas, are naturally sweet, packed with fiber, and loaded with antioxidants, offering both flavor and nutrition without the unwanted effects of refined sugars. Incorporating these simple, wholesome ingredients into your daily breakfast routine can have a profound, positive impact on your energy levels, mood, and overall well-being. By making mindful, intentional choices, you can enjoy the sweetness you crave while maintaining the balance your body needs to function optimally throughout the day. It's a small shift that can lead to dramatic improvements in your long-term health, and the best part is, there's no need to sacrifice taste or enjoyment along the way. Your body will thank you, and so will your taste buds. 3. High-fat foods. Let's now turn our attention to one of the most insidious breakfast dangers that many seniors unknowingly face: high-fat foods. While it's true that not all fats are inherently harmful, there are certain types of fats that, when consumed in excess, can spell trouble, especially for our aging bodies. Some of the most popular breakfast items, like crispy bacon, sizzling sausage, and buttery pastries, are loaded with the very fats that pose a significant threat to our heart health as we grow older. For David, a 75-year-old man, these breakfast indulgences were a cherished part of his daily routine. Every morning, without fail, he would sit down to a hearty meal: 2 fried eggs, 3 strips of bacon, and thick, golden buttered toast. "I thought it was important to have a substantial breakfast, especially at my age," David says with a nostalgic smile as if trying to justify his past choices. "I figured that a big, filling meal was the way to start the day." But it wasn't long before he learned the painful truth. His cholesterol levels were through the roof, a clear warning sign of the damage his beloved breakfast was causing. David, like so many other seniors, simply didn't realize the toll that these fatty foods were taking on his heart health. He believed that a hearty breakfast was just part of aging well, a comfort that provided both nourishment and satisfaction. But, in reality, those foods that once seemed harmless were silently eroding his health, inch by inch. It wasn't until a routine checkup with his doctor that the gravity of the situation became clear. His doctor's words hit him like a thunderclap. "Your cholesterol is dangerously high, David." It was a wake-up call, a stark reminder that what we put into our bodies can have profound consequences, especially as we age. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 2 below to let me know that you are still here with me. Dr. Williams, a respected cardiologist, explains why these high-fat foods become so much more problematic after the age of 60. As we grow older, our metabolism naturally slows down. The body's ability to process fats becomes less efficient, and foods that once had little impact on our health now start to have a far more detrimental effect. Those fatty breakfasts that David once relished no longer provided him with the energy and vitality they once did. Instead, they began to silently sabotage his health, contributing to increased cholesterol and decreased energy levels. This is the hidden danger that many seniors face. They might not notice the gradual decline in their well-being, especially when they don't connect the dots between their food choices and their health. The real villain in these fatty breakfast foods, according to Dr. Williams, is the presence of saturated fats. These fats, which are commonly found in breakfast meats like bacon, sausage, and ham, can wreak havoc on cholesterol levels. They raise the bad LDL cholesterol, which in turn leads to the buildup of plaque in the arteries. For seniors, this is a particularly dangerous risk. As we age, our arteries naturally lose some of their flexibility, making it even easier for plaque to accumulate and restrict blood flow. This can lead to a host of cardiovascular issues, from heart disease to stroke. But the dangers don't stop there. Dr. Williams also notes that high-fat foods take much longer to digest, which means the body has to work overtime to process them. This drains energy from the system, leaving many seniors feeling sluggish and fatigued. Many of my patients don't realize how their fatty breakfast habits are making them feel tired and drained all day long, Dr. Williams says with concern. They just think they're getting older, not understanding that their food choices are contributing to their exhaustion. It's easy to overlook the consequences of our dietary habits, especially when we've been accustomed to them for so many years. But as we age, the body doesn't respond in the same way it did in our youth. The foods we once enjoyed without consequence can suddenly become the very things that threaten our health, making it all the more important to make mindful, informed choices about what we eat. For seniors like David, the realization comes too late. After years of enjoying indulgent breakfasts, their bodies are left to deal with the long-term damage. It's a sobering truth, one that underscores the need for greater awareness and proactive steps toward healthier eating habits as we age. In the end, it's not just about enjoying the foods we love. It's about ensuring that we live long enough and in good enough health to continue enjoying life to the fullest. As we wrap up today's discussion on the hidden dangers of high-fat foods, especially when it comes to our breakfast choices, we hope this has shed light on just how important it is to be mindful of what we put into our bodies, especially as we age. It's easy to fall into old habits, like David did, thinking that a hearty breakfast is the key to starting the day right. But as we've learned, what worked for us in our younger years may no longer serve us well. So, what have you learned today? Perhaps it's about the risks of saturated fats, the importance of maintaining heart health, or how our metabolism changes over time. Whatever it is, we'd love to hear from you. Please share one key thing you've learned in the comments below and tell us how you plan to incorporate it into your daily life. Is it swapping out those greasy breakfast favorites for something healthier? Or maybe you've realized the need to pay more attention to your cholesterol numbers. Whatever it is, your thoughts matter to us. If you enjoyed this video, please leave your comment below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more insightful videos just like this one. We appreciate your support. Together, let's keep learning and growing.